The collapse is no longer theoretical. Sheffield Wednesday have become the first club in EFL history to be relegated in February, their fate sealed after defeat in the Steel City derby. That moment did not simply confirm a drop to League One, it marked the end of an era. Since October, the club has been in administration, signalling the final breakdown of Dafon Chansiri's decade in charge. What remains now is not ambition, but survival. The immediate priority is to exit administration by May, while Arise Capital Partners, led by David Storch, wait under scrutiny as part of the EFL's owners and directors test. They are not buying a functioning football club, they are stepping into the ruins of one. Marvin Johnson's testimony cuts through any illusion of a normal rebuild. A dressing room leader during the last promotion push, he described a club frozen in decline. 4 years passed and, in his words, nothing changed apart from a new set of goalposts. Behind that almost absurd detail lies something far more serious. Players were not being paid. Meetings were held with a simple question: do we strike or do we carry on? The dilemma was brutal. Take a stand against an absent owner, or walk out in front of 25,000 supporters and pretend everything is normal. Time and again, they chose the fans. Johnson's warning is not emotional. It is practical. Any new owner must walk in with their eyes open, because the damage is not cosmetic, it is structural. That is where David Storch enters the picture and where the risk becomes impossible to ignore. Arise Capital Partners are prepared to pay close to £20 million for a club that could realistically fall into League Two. The deal itself does not align with EFL insolvency rules, which means a 15-point deduction will be applied at the start of next season. Add the likelihood of a wage cap and the scale of the challenge becomes even clearer. This is not an investment built on quick returns. It is a commitment to absorb losses, rebuild infrastructure, and stabilise a club that has been neglected for years. The fact Storch is still moving forward under these conditions suggests long-term vision rather than opportunism. On the pitch, the outlook for 2026-27 is unforgiving. Sheffield Wednesday will likely begin their League One campaign already deep in negative points, financially restricted and carrying the psychological weight of collapse. Survival, not promotion, becomes the immediate objective. Johnson's idea of the ideal owner now sounds less like ambition and more like necessity. Someone willing to fund the club without expecting immediate returns. Someone driven by commitment rather than profit. For Storch, success will not be measured purely by league position, but by restoring basic standards, credibility, and trust. So now the question turns to you. Do you believe David Storch is the kind of clear-eyed investor Marvin Johnson described? Or is this simply the next chapter in a cycle that never truly ends? And would you accept starting a season 15 points behind if it meant finally rebuilding the club on stable foundations?